Welcome to Connoisseurs and Conversations. I am Red Alert.
And real insight.
And today we're going to We're going to pass the Kavasi. Yes. What we got here, man? Come on, tell us a little bit about this
All
one.
right. Well, we passed the Kvasse, but we passing that Hennessy today. So we on this Hennessy VSOP. So remember, VS is very special. VSOP, very special. Opel is actually on the bottle. It says it at the bottom of the
VSOP.
VSOP. So my suggestion, do not go under VSOP. All right. When we talk about cognacs, then you have the XO, which stands for extra old. So it's based on how long the cognac has been aged in the French regions. It's made out of grapes, so it's smoother.
Yep.
It's sweeter than a bourbon or a whiskey. So a VS is usually aged around 2 years. A VSOP is a minimum of 4. We can go up to 4 to 10, and then XO will be 10 years plus. And then there could be some mixed blends within that XO, could be 20 to 30 years, and then the price just keep going up from there. This is a go-to cognac for me, man. I know Hennessy has a reputation, but the VSOP Hennessy is really good. Some other good cognacs I like is Martell, Kelt, Kvasse, obviously, and then there's a Camus as well. But VSOP or above, the VS is, but VSOP is where you want it.
Now, this VSOP is very good.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, it may not be Kvasse, but the Hennessy,
Hennessy.
very good.
You heard May. Yeah.
We drink a lot of bourbon and stuff, and it's just
that's
interesting how smooth yaks are. A good yak anyway.
Yeah.
Versus a bourbon or a whiskey.
And you'll see why, especially with a cigar, that's amazing with a cigar. And it's not fair to really compare. You just kind of contrast more than you compare. And what I mean by that is that you won't be as smooth as a cognac because of the ingredients that they made of. And so and then even with the sake, which is brewed, not distilled. It's brewed.
I didn't know that.
And sake is brewed with rice. And so that's extremely smooth. That's why you got to be careful with sake.
Yeah.
Because that stuff tastes like water sometimes. But I mean, a good water. I mean, it's very good. It's so smooth. You know what I mean? You can drink a whole bottle and don't even know it.
Let me see that. Is this our first time having a Hennessy? And that's not the first time having a yak, but it's the first time having a Hennessy.
I think that's the first time we did a Hennessy, yeah.
So the Hennessy VSOP makes its debut on Connoisseurs and Conversations.
And it's good too, ain't it?
And it's good.
Yes,
and today we're going to talk about debuts. Yeah, I kind of pulled that in there. Debut.
I used to say Strong J.
We're talking about debut albums. And it's interesting when you think about the debut, somebody's debut album. Everybody has to have one.
Yeah.
But some are just so important, so impactful, just so good.
Yeah.
We want to highlight them.
Yeah. And so the way I did mine, man, I did my homework this time. So I shouldn't even say this time. I always do my homework, but I broke it down by genre.
Oh, see, here we go. We were just going to talk about debut albums, but now you want to talk about genres and stuff.
So much, I said,
here we
back
go.
a little bit.
Here we go.
I broke it out by pop, rock, R&B.
Did you break it out by years too in 2009 versus 2020?
But I broke it out, and it's pretty interesting when you break it out that way. So I have some favorites in that we can visit and talk about, and then just kind of see where it goes from there. Hip hop too with the other.
And hip hop too?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I just got some of my favorites, or some of the ones I think are just
that's what C students
worth whatever, man. When you're an A student, you ain't got to break it down. When you already know how to fit them in. So where you want to go? What genre you want to go into since you broke it down by genre?
I'm A student.
Watch how I slide. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do easy for you because I know you love R&B. And you like to stay in that window, that realm. So I'm gonna make it easy for you. So let's go with R&B seriously. And so I'm just gonna name a few here to just get us talking, and then we can kind of get into it from there. Okay?
Yep.
And so all of these are good, man, but you can't name them all. And we're talking about not best albums, best debut
album. Like, this is their first one, and they come out hitting so hard. Yep.
Okay. Your girl, give her credit. What's the 411
Mary J.
Mary J.
Man,
That was hard.
that's hard, and just totally changed the game, mixing hip hop beats with R&B singing. Whew,
You don't get much better than that.
you can't get much better than
You
that.
don't get much better.
That's one of the hardest debut albums to me.
Right.
Period. That
Then Whitney Houston,
Yeah.
her debut album, her name. Whitney,
Yep.
you know you're bad. You know you're bad when the album name is your name.
it's just your name, and you
Yeah.
come out of nowhere. Sure, she
Mhm.
comes from a
Man.
pedigree of
Yeah.
you know, and very well known
Sissy
because
and
of
Dion.
because of the family that she came from.
Yeah.
But for us, for the average consumer, nobody had no idea who Whitney Houston was.
You know, Whitney Houston's mother, Sissy, I can't think of the background group she was in. I'm ashamed I can't remember, but they used to be background singers for Elvis Presley.
Okay.
I can't think of the name of it right now. And so they had a relationship with Elvis. I saw a video of Whitney talking about how when she met Elvis, it was just a thing. You know, you didn't talk. She was in awe of him. And that's a whole nother subject, but you made me think of that. So anyway, so Whitney Houston, that Michael Jackson off the wall.
Technical foul on the play. That Off the Wall was not Michael Jackson's debut album.
What's the debut album?
His debut, he had been before that.
That don't count.
Do count.
Don't count.
That was still Michael as a solo artist.
No, this
All that stuff
this is him
counted for
coming
it.
out as a grown.
No,
Yeah.
Michael was he had plenty of solo albums.
We're gonna let the audience
before that.
decide. We're gonna let the audience.
That don't-
Everybody know
Flag on the plate.
that was his transition into adulthood.
It was his transition, but that wasn't his debut album. He had already been well known for being in the Jackson 5, the Jacksons. He had released his own solo albums.
This
and
was
this was only his debut album on Columbia Records. That's it. He had already made his debut on Motown. See, I knew he was going to try to pull me. You're trying to get extra credit.
Just naming him right now, but this was his transition into, look, I'm getting out from under the thumb of everybody else. I want to do my own thing. And this, to me, was his debut because he was able to do his own thing and put the pieces together. Okay, we agree.
Flag on the play. Go to your next one.
Whatever. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. Yep.
I know you don't like Lauryn Hill, but man,
I love Lauryn Hill.
No, you
I
don't.
just hate the fact that I only got one album out of it. That's it.
This man right here got petty reasons why he didn't like. Who is Jill Scott?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your boy, rest in peace, Brown Sugar.
D'Angelo. Yep.
Angelo.
Absolutely.
Maxwell Urban Hang Sweet.
Yep.
That was his first one. That was sweet.
And the one thing I want to highlight about these two is that they came out of pretty much nowhere. All the ones you just mentioned, we didn't see coming. Definitely didn't see D'Angelo coming. Lauryn Hill, you can kind of say you saw coming, but I don't think that
Didn't see coming like that.
Not like that. Not at all.
Not
Maxwell, Urban Hang Sweet, with Don't Ever Wonder and all that kind of stuff, man. Whew,
everybody knew Lauryn Hill though was talented, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Her.
Take you back with this one. Ready for the World. Ready for the World. Out of Flint, Michigan. I drove by their house when I did it. It was just a regular house. It was nice, true story.
You know, my only thing about them is that they had
debut.
And on that debut was Digital Display and the other one that sounded a little bit like a Prince song, if I'm not mistaken. Love Me Down, I know it was on there, but that's
Digital Display by itself, bro.
But it sounded so much like Prince. That's why I wouldn't consider
Digital Display?
Yeah.
No.
Like it sounded like
not the singing, bro.
It had that Minneapolis sound to me. That drum that they had.
But maybe the music a little bit, but
yeah.
The voice was kind of tenor deepish singing.
And everybody was trying to copy Prince at that particular time. But
you didn't say that about your boy D'Angelo, and that whole album was like Prince. So you got select.
But that was in the early 2000s, 90s or whatever. So you got Mary J, you got Whitney Houston.
Just name them right now. I'm just naming my best. I'm just naming them.
I got you.
Then we're gonna list who we like, our top 5.
You got D'Angelo, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out one.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna actually throw out 2.
Go ahead.
Prince's debut album, For You.
I disagree.
Why you disagree?
Because I don't think it was as punchy as these. It was a nice album.
No, I'm not saying that it's
about all-time best debut albums.
But I haven't got to my best yet.
But I mean,
Okay,
not your top 5. To me, and you know I love
but
Prince, but I wouldn't put that in with these as far as coming out the gate.
but
It was
as far as
1978
sound,
that came out.
but as far as sound and being different, and I think that I'm putting that on my
Oh,
list.
put it on.
Another debut album I'm gonna give you, Anita Baker,
Yeah.
her first album.
Oh, you know, she's my favorite. So I don't disagree with that.
Now,
Songstress.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you two more,
Go
and
ahead.
then
Mhm.
this next one is definitely falls into the R&B category, but Sade's first album.
Mhm.
Whew.
Love Deluxe. I got on you.
Which you could argue was actually early neo soul.
Yeah.
You could argue that,
She
but I know
started
people
it
don't.
pretty much.
That sound having jazzy influences,
Yeah.
um, um, but an R&B tinge to it. The last one I'm gonna give you on this one though, Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if any
Sign that
man,
across my heart.
and that was
Yeah, you
around.
should listen to that whole album.
Yeah, that whole album was
Won't you be
crazy.
but he didn't do anything after that, did he?
He actually released a lot
Not
of stuff.
worthy, in my opinion.
Um,
He never lived up to that first album.
didn't live up to that first album though. No.
Yeah, yeah. So, I have Love Deluxe on here. R. Kelly 12 play. Ooh, yes, sir. No, on that. Let's keep going.
I'm not. The only thing is, um, he had what was the group that he was with before?
Um,
Um,
I'll think of it in a second. We ought to be ashamed of
he
ourselves.
should be,
Yeah.
but no. 12 play.
When he sung Vibe and all that with him.
Yeah. I can't remember the name either, but I can give you 12 play.
Yeah, no, that's
He knew who R. Kelly was, but that really came out of how hard it hit. I think that came out of
that whole
nowhere.
album is tight.
Yeah.
The whole album. I still play it to this day. Diary of Alicia Keys as well. I have on it.
Was that her first album?
Also, it's not.
Um,
You fact check me on that.
but the bottom line is her first album, though. I
Yeah.
think we both can agree is
Right.
yeah.
Then Erykah Badu first album. What was that? Was it Bandoozum or something like that?
Baduism.
Baduism.
Yeah.
I'm on this yak, yo. Baduism.
Yeah.
So and Beyonce, Dangerously, what was her first one?
This like this
Not with the group. Her
I
first
know.
solo
I know. Her
album.
first solo.
Was it Dangerously in Love?
Yeah, but she was so big with Destiny's Child.
No, no. I'm talking about solo artists. You gotta give him that.
So let me ask you this. Was her transition from Destiny's Child to being a solo artist as big as Lauryn Hill's transition from the Fugees to
Yes.
Lauryn?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because Beyonce went to superstar. She got the beat. She got the beehive. Lauryn don't have a beehive, and you know I love Lauryn.
That's why she didn't do anything after.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now you understand.
No, I don't understand. But my point is that yes, it is her first album as an adult. Her first album, solo album, was maybe the most impactful female album of all time. When you think about where she is right now, and that's why I say that Prince album for you wasn't a great coming out part that said, "Man, this is Prince." You go back and you appreciate that. I had to go back and get it.
Okay, so me, I appreciated that from right out the gate. Yes, absolutely. With Soft and Wet on there.
That came out in 1978. How old were you?
9, 10, something like that.
Stop lying.
No,
You did
no,
not appreciate that at 9 years old.
All of this and more is for you. Yes, from the beginning of the song to Falling in Love to Soft and Wet, Prince was up. That was it.
I'm gonna call you, dog, and I'm gonna see if you're gonna tell him. I do not believe at 11 years old, you was appreciating For You.
Like a lot of things
was the best song on that album.
Taste is just so much higher, and my
your taste.
That's
your
right.
taste, what you drinking,
Exactly.
Got you talking 11 years old.
Absolutely did. Absolutely.
Call your mom.
Come on, we gonna switch genres now.
Yeah, let's switch genres.
What you got?
Okay, so
to go to
let's go to hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay.
Let's go to hip hop. So hip hop. I'm just gonna name them. We talk about them. All right. There's a lot in this one. I'm just naming them.
Mm-hmm.
Illmatic, Nas.
Absolutely.
All right.
Illmatic. But I'm gonna see your Illmatic, and I'm gonna raise your Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah, that's on my list. Yeah.
Yep.
Ready to Die, Notorious B.I.G.
Yep. Uh-huh.
College Dropout, Kanye West.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta include that one.
Yeah. 50
Uh,
Cent, Get Rich, Die Trying. In the
mhm.
club.
Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
License to Ill,
Yeah.
LL Cool J.
Mhm.
LL had his fame when he was in Beat Street, or what? Not Beat Street, but
Crush Group.
Crush Groove.
Yeah.
But when that album dropped, man,
Yeah.
can we put in there Run DMC too though?
Yeah.
Because
Can't
I
remember
think
the name of that one.
they were the
Yeah.
first hip hop megastars to me.
Mm.
We got Notorious B.I.G., Eric B. and
What
Rakim,
about this? Slim Shady, Eminem.
Eminem.
Why you say it like that?
No, I'm trying to remember
What?
when I first heard Eminem. Was
Eminem, dog.
not
Hating
hate-
on Eminem.
I'm not hating on him.
You are.
I think when he came out, I was in Detroit, and I'm trying to remember the first time I heard him. It was a debut album. It wasn't no singles and none of that stuff
All
ahead of
right,
time.
let's keep it moving. Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah, we said
You said that already?
got Eric B. and Rakim.
Okay.
Got Notorious B.I.G., LL Cool J.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot, DMX.
Yeah.
You said the Beastie Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Straight Outta Compton, NWA?
On my list. And that definitely came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Nowhere.
Man, and I still remember hearing
Who's
the
in the street?
nah, not even that. Straight Outta Compton, man, that's
But
just so hard. But the first time we heard him was
Straight Outta Compton.
not Straight Outta it was the one you were just
I
singing.
know, but I was just about to say
Um,
Straight Outta Compton.
but that was that was Easy E to me.
Yeah.
And it was different and it hit hard.
But that
Straight Outta
beat.
Compton, boy.
Do, do,
Mhm.
do, do.
Another one.
Go ahead.
DOC.
Oh, yeah. Dre.
Another Dre, yep.
Dre. The Score, Fugees. That first album from Outkast, I can't even pronounce it.
Um,
Southern Playalistic, Chibbit Jig.
Cadillac play music or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
Migos, Coach. I like the Migos, man. I know you don't like the newer artists. You like to stay in the 80s, but I like the Migos, man. I like J. Cole. J. Cole opening the album I can't think of right now. I just like J. Cole, bro. I just think he's one of the best.
Yes, I'm gonna go back to the 80s too.
I,
Tribe Called Quest first album,
Diggable Planets.
Diggle Planets, yeah. And we're talking debut albums and just the
Right. So you had Tribe, you had Diggable, and you had
Ooh.
De La Soul all at the same time
all at the same time.
with that conscious rap, almost, right?
And the Jungle Brothers.
Yeah.
Now the Jungle Brothers were like a little bit ahead of them, but I think they kind of set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
But they set the tone in terms of singles, not necessarily in terms of the albums.
Yeah. My boy Master P, Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
That's my homeboy. Just saying.
Man.
What a story. What an artist.
Yeah.
What a man.
What an entrepreneur.
Man, that dude can't. See, you don't know nothing about New Orleans, y'all. He from that Cali, he from that third ward. I mean, it ain't nothing but crime and murder there. And for him to come out of that when C Murder fell into it, and he wasn't a bad cat. I didn't know him. His girl went to 35, my high school that he had his daughters with. She's a really nice girl. I won't say her name. But she's still 10 toes with him today as far as a friend and being there. But my point is that for him to come out of that, to have the mindset to not just be a rapper, but to be a businessman, get the best deal ever when it comes to publishing his music, percentage from the record company and all that, and set the standard. Man, that's divine.
One of the things
That's why I talk about God to this day.
I appreciate most about his story, though,
Shout out to Free C Murder,
is how he talks about his grandfather and his grandfather's influence, and just that family history and linkage, the generational kind of passing of information. I love that part of his story.
Yeah.
What does his grandfather say? Something about you worth more than the deal somebody was offering him, and that's when he decided to go his own way.
But what else I like about him is there's no hate about P. And I know we're talking about the P. And what I'm saying is that most people, not just entertainers, artists, got some kind of hate with him. I mean, he didn't care, man. He'll put you on if you if you did what you did, he didn't care if you had the spotlight. He didn't care if you was in front, whatever. He paid your money. Or what, I mean, when Snoop, he took care of Snoop.
Yep.
You know, he got him back on his feet. Snoop was ready to leave. He didn't try to, man, you guys, you in this contract. Nah, but you go ahead. You do your thing. You know, there's not many people that would allow that to happen.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he instrumental in
God,
helping Snoop to get his own label and start that process too? Yeah. So show the road. So that's good stuff.
Yeah, man. But to come from where he come from is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's all divine. And that's why you talk about the Lord to this day.
Man. So
Oh,
we on hip hop. Oh, I forgot. I got one.
Okay, you got one.
Lil
Okay.
Kim. Lil Kim's first album.
Lil Kim first album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we say we still say Notorious B.I.G., right?
Yeah. Did we say Wu-Tang?
Ooh, no. But Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, yeah. 36 Chambers. Yeah.
That was to me the first time where you had a real posse that you know, when I talk posse, we talking more than two people.
Yeah.
In a group, we talk about a posse
But
with a bunch of heavy hitters.
to me, they're the only rap group that got 8, 9 legitimate
Yeah.
MCs that go single by themselves, or solo by themselves.
Yep.
There's no other group that ever could do that.
Yep.
And if you don't like Wu-Tang, something wrong with you.
If you there's at least one person in the Wu-Tang that you can ride with.
But I'm just talking about they as a group, you know, Triumph and all that stuff.
Yep.
If you don't like Wu-Tang, there's a problem. All right. So let's move on to Pops. I know you don't like pop much, but we move on.
Wait, we doing pop and rock or just pop? I'm just asking. I mean, we're trying to clarify, Mr. Straight A student. Come on.
Let's go. Let's do pop. Can we do pop?
Go ahead.
Britney Spears, man. Baby One More Time. I know she got her issues right now and a problem. And she's had them for some time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she can't get no help. Seemed like I don't know what it is. But Britney, when she first came out, she was fine, man. She was bad. And she was that girl.
So what's interesting about her and I'm going to mention Justin Timberlake too, because I think his debut album was
You
right,
like Justin Timberlake.
right along. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were Disney kids. And you know,
they were elite Disney kids.
they were the
cream of the
crop.
Yeah.
What's the other ones who was in that not area?
NSYNC?
You know, you had Ariana
Oh wow.
Ariana Grande, and then it was Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
She could blow.
Yes.
She could sing better than all of them though.
Yes. And as far as debut, so my question though is, was the Disney machine behind them? Did they blow up because they had that part of their resume that said the Disney?
I think it was a part of them, but I think they were special.
They were very talented though, regardless of how you want to put it. But just throwing those four out there, they were very talented.
All right, so Britney, Madonna, like a version.
Yeah.
Maybe the best pop debut album of all time.
Here's what's crazy about it though.
The younger generation don't know how bad she was.
But Madonna dropped a bunch of singles before that. She had been her boyfriend was Jelly Bean Benitez, who was like a hip hop and dance music producer.
Yeah.
So she had some buzz. But that first album though, whew, man.
And pop.
You're right. You can't.
I think name one better.
It was Prince, Madonna, Mike, and what was my man's name from where?
Debut album.
Well, we talking debut albums, but in
that
time frame, yeah. Prince, Madonna, Mike, and the guy from Wham,
George Michael.
George Michael. You couldn't touch them.
Yeah. And then with groups, you had Duran Duran in there.
Yeah, but Madonna's debut album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go fast. Lady Gaga, Helmet of Fame, Adele, 19, Taylor Swift, 1989. I like that year. Rihanna, Good Girl Gone Bad. Janet Jackson. We don't talk about her a lot.
We don't.
We don't. She's not a brother, but so what? Nobody's a brother.
Yeah, but I think she gets caught up into that. She's a Jackson type of thing.
I think she gets caught up into people don't think she's that great of a singer.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be honest. People get caught up that they don't think she's that great of a singer, but she's an entertainer.
Absolutely.
She can dance, she can act, she can sing. But you know
she,
what? She's never said that, you know what? I am this grace. She stayed in the lane, man. I love that about her,
but she
man. I'm a Janet Jackson
she
fan.
more than held her own
Damn right.
on her debut album.
And she more than held her own financially as far as what she made in her craft. Usher, first album.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember the first album. I mean, so that's I'm gonna have to go and research that. I just don't remember when Usher first came out.
Everybody knew. You know that song.
Well,
You really know.
but you throw, yep, but you throw in there then Tevin Campbell.
Tevin County. Yeah, I get that. The Weeknd, After Hours, Justin Bieber, Purpose. So you got several in there, and I don't think we should try to rank them. Be honest with you.
The
So
let me see. Oh, I gotta throw one in.
Man, can we do
Uh,
let me name it.
go ahead, go ahead.
I know you don't care for rap. So debut albums. Now my favorite, but debut albums we talking about. All right. So Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Everybody know at least that album.
Yeah,
You like Led Zeppelin, so the Led Zeppelin.
man, that was the Led Zeppelin. Yep.
Van Halen. 10 Pearl Jam. That's the Doors.
Nirvana, Bleach.
Mhm.
What was the other group that was out there at the same time as Nirvana? Man.
Another group that's been in the media for different reasons, Coldplay, Parachutes by Coldplay.
Yeah. That's the other group I was thinking about though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one out that's a little left field for you.
Okay.
Jeff Buckley, Grace.
Okay.
Jeff Buckley
You
had
mentioned before he passed away, right?
Yeah, he passed away. But Jeff Buckley, his debut album, man, he was on his way to true superstar.
Mm-hmm.
His first album was.
He from Chicago?
No, he's from. I don't know any rap. But anyway, but Jeff Buckley, Grace. That's all. I will just put it there.
Jimi Hendrix. Are you experienced? I mean, he's rock.
I know, and I struggle with that one.
Why?
It just seemed like, the Isley Brothers. No, it's that.
He was rock.
He came out. No, he came out. His debut was that.
Yeah.
And then people found out later that he was in all these other groups and had been playing circuits and all that kind of
I
stuff
get
for a
what
long
you're saying
time.
now. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I would hesitate a little bit, but
But are you experienced when that hit?
Yeah.
Game over. Everybody was like, who's Jimi Hendrix? Blah blah.
I'll listen to that, dog.
Man, yep.
Yeah. Leonard Skinner, pronounced Leonard Skinner. Their first album. I think that was their first album.
Who was on that?
Uh,
I know Sweet Home Alabama wasn't on there.
No, that was way before then. I don't know. Then we got Bruce Springsteen. Greetings from Osbury Park. That was coming out for him, man, because Bruce had a style and a sound. He get in front of that mic with his guitar and just rock it.
All right, so two more.
You got two more?
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
And Sheryl Crow.
Cyndi Lauper, what was that? What was her album? Because she was
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah.
And Sheryl Crow.
Time After Time.
Time After Time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that all of them? Because we hit R&B, right?
Yep. Oh, I forgot. A couple of R&B ones I had to throw in there for honorable mention. They're not honorable, but I got to make sure I can't throw in there.
Right.
You said Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, Keith Sweat debut album. Man.
I'll Be Sure debut album.
I'll Be Sure
they came out around the same time.
Yep.
1988, man.
And
1988. I remember that.
I definitely don't want to miss this one, but Frank Ocean's Channel Orange, that debut album.
Yeah.
He changed the game for a lot of folks coming behind him.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me.
So what's important, man? What would you rather have as an album? I mean, as an artist, would you rather have the hardest debut album, or would you rather have like Prince, just like a regular album, but build into superstar?
I see what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Prince's debut album was still up here.
I'm a bigger Prince fan than you.
But
you're gonna try to make people think you like.
You didn't start listening to him until 1999 though. Then went back. But
true.
that's another story.
I was controversy.
Controversy. Yeah. To me, I think every artist wants longevity.
Right.
No matter how you get there, whether the debut hits and they draw you in like a D'Angelo,
Mhm.
or you start off with a simmer like a
Prince.
let's call it Prince,
Mhm.
or I want to say Beyonce because she had been hot with Destiny's Child, and
Yeah.
then got even hotter with the same thing with Lauryn Hill. She was
Mhm.
already hot and got even hotter.
Right.
And bottom line is, I think they just want it's just longevity. And as a consumer, um, I don't care how hot you hit. I
Right.
want longevity as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things, man, but when you in the moment, um, it's just like that quick money, right? Do you wanna go to school and learn a trade, or do you wanna go to college, or do you want this fast money? And that sometimes that fast money get you to make the wrong decision. And so that's not all the way the same as what I'm thinking. I'm just saying if you had a
Well,
choice either or, would you want that pop hard Lauryn Hill coming out part, or would you want like just a subdued where people don't know who you are and you kind of build up to that
so
over
let me,
time?
let me give you an example of an artist that is a major artist and everybody loves.
Yeah,
But what I first caught wind of him on other people's projects.
yeah.
It was this guy named Slacker the Beach Owl, who's a Canadian producer. He had
Mhm.
a young Drake on his album.
Mm.
And I thought Drake had a lot of talent. I thought he had a lot going
The
for him.
rapper Drake?
Yeah, rapper Drake.
Okay.
But when Drake went on his own, I like what he was doing before
Mm.
versus what I like afterwards. Now,
Mhm.
of course, he got a bunch of singles, a bunch of hits, and all that kind of stuff, and he's achieved mainstream success. But me,
Mhm.
his debut was a letdown versus what I had heard before.
Right. And sometimes you could be so great in the group, kind of what you're saying, or great in another capacity, and then when you debut
Yeah,
on your own, you're okay. And so
it's
two in this,
or it's just different.
it's just different.
Yeah,
So two that I say were just okay. I think in the same group, I think of Maurice White and Philip Bailey.
man. So how can Maurice White write all those great songs for all these other people, produce all these other albums, and when you look at his solo career,
I can tell you why.
why?
He wanted to be different. He wanted to be different. He wanted a different sound than what he did with Earth, Wind& and Fire,
But
because when
but
he
but
went
listen,
solo, he didn't wanna say, "Well, you're doing the same thing as."
Earth, Wind and Fire, Denise Williams, The Emotions.
He had a hit song.
What was his song?
It's on the tip of my tongue. His debut song was a hit. Um,
Hmm.
I can't look it up
I,
real
I
quick, but his debut song was a hit, but
but the bottom
the
line
whole
is,
album wasn't.
yeah,
It wasn't,
yeah.
Earth, Wind& and Fire. Hit, hit.
But maybe that's what people were expecting. They were expecting to hear
It wasn't Stand By Me, that's coming to me. It's not that, but
uh,
it's something like that.
something. It was something about Stan.
Yeah,
But maybe we were all expecting, or the consumers were expecting to hear Earth, Wind and Fire slightly different or slightly askew from what from what they were doing,
yeah.
and that's not what it was.
And then with, Philip Bailey, um, he had Easy Lover. You remember that he did with Phil Collins? Easy
Hmm.
Lover, just like
Yeah,
that. And he crossed over with that.
sure did.
Huh, that's a nice look. Stand By Me, what
Mhm.
Maurice had. He did that. He did a cover. He did that over. Then he did Love Is Lady Is Love, and Don't Say No Tonight, I think. But Stand By Me was his song that
Yeah.
was the best for him, but it was a cover, it was alright. I ain't gonna say I was in love with the song.
Nah, he had at least two solo albums that I can remember,
Yeah.
and I remember finding them and thinking that I might find some gems on
I
there.
Need
Be
You To
very
in
disappointed.
1985 was his biggest solos.
And again, my disappointment maybe because I was looking to hear Earth, Wind and Fire 2.0
When
or
you're
something.
the best band of all time, in both of our well, in my opinion, arguably in your opinion, how do you top that? It's almost not even fair.
Man, it's not. It's not.
You know what I'm saying? For him to do that. So those are the two I think about that came from this,
Hmm.
went solo, and were okay because this was so great as a band. You know? And so, um, that's why I think debut albums, man, are really important for artists that has a plan. Not just, hey, I want to make some music and let them do the album, because then, you hit that superstar, you don't know what to do. When you make that first album, to me, you got to be thinking about that second and third as you make that first one. That's just how I think. because it moves so quickly and so swiftly, and things change. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
I'm trying to think of some other ones that we might have not have mentioned. I'm sure there's plenty out there.
Mhm.
But I think we got a solid
Yeah.
group of debut albums that really, really, really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. And again, this is not the best albums, is debut albums.
So, last question I'm gonna ask you: give me 3 of your debut albums that you think just that just really kind of knocked it out of the park for you.
You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say because we disagree. I think that Off the Wall was Michael Jackson coming out party. I think most people in the whole wide world will agree with me, other than you and your family, because y'all tight. I like that about your family. Y'all stick together on the nonsense, but I mean that respectfully.
When you're wrong, you're wrong. So,
Well,
keep going.
So this
I'm
coming
gonna
out.
give you 3 more after that one, since you just wrong on this first.
All right. Miseducation, Lauryn Hill.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I got that at the very top.
Mm.
Kel's 12 play. And what else did I have here? That Whitney Houston album.
Okay. Oh
Because
man.
she was such a superstar for that.
I forgot to mention Luther Vandross.
Never too much.
So here's why I forgot to mention it, because he was in that group called Luther before,
Change.
and he was in Change and did a whole bunch of backup stuff um, before he did his the Luther album.
Was he so good that it didn't even seem like a debut album because he was kind of around with Change and these other things that kind of continued his greatness?
I think he kind of
He
gets
was
caught
so
up
good
in
that
that.
it didn't
I
matter.
think he does get caught up in that, but man, when you talk about an impactful debut album, that deserves to be mentioned.
It does. And then I got to go with The Chronic.
Ooh, yeah. The only reason why I wouldn't have put that on my list is because it was Dre's album, but and he had so many different artists that were on there that yeah. He had Snoop on there. He had
Daz, maybe.
yeah, Daz and some of the other guys on there.
Oh, so
It was almost like it was a compilation album to me.
yeah.
But that's a good one.
Yeah.
But man, Snoop's debut album.
Doggy Style. Yeah, that one too. I got that on there too.
Yeah, that makes
That Snoop, my bad.
and the DOC's album. Oof.
Yeah. Funky enough. Don't.
But
But you got to give Dre credit for that.
yeah, and you also have to understand that this was all around the same time. So when people are looking for that Dre sound, these other ones fill that void and become just as popular as what he was doing. But if I had to pick 3 on my list that I think were like true game changers, I'm gonna narrow it down to Sade, Diamond Life, and mainly because Sade, Terrence Trent D'Arby, and then a few years later you get D'Angelo and all that kind of stuff. Game changers. That's all I'm saying, though.
You said your top 3.
Mary J. What's the 411?
Okay, I'll give you that.
And then Eric B. and Rakim.
Okay. So give me your 3 again.
Eric B. and Rakim, Sade, Diamond Life. Diamond Life, and what's the 411?
Okay, so I got Miseducation, Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm.
The Chronic, and Whitney. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you again.
That's good. That's solid.
I know.
And I'm glad you did your homework.
That's what A students do, man. We do,
but I still think I got
A students just show up and hope for the best.
But see, some of those C students we get to look over your shoulder and see what you're doing, and just come out and get the A+ when you was striving for the A. But anyway, if y'all had 3 debut albums that you thought were just gangbusters, head and shoulders above everybody else, which really set the tone for either a particular genre or just in terms of impact, what would those 3 be? Yeah. And then again, help your boy out over here, Real Insight, and give him some tips. I know my 3 are the best, but anyway, till the next episode of Connoisseurs and Conversations, we out of here. See y'all next time.